Hello, future sniper here with map time. So, looking at day 9, the objective initially was Ullapool, but I started the day not too far away. As I said, I found a pretty damn awful camp spot about here. Views were great, really tussocky. I was stuffing stuff underneath my mat to try and help flatten it out. So, really simple path coming down here, although I did struggle getting onto this road. And there's a video clip. It was beautiful, but I ended up having to traipse across the field and then catch the path here. The book says it, lots of people say it. It's not a nice road to walk on this, it's the main road into Ullapool. I was going to, as people have said, go to the parking space here, phone the taxi, but unfortunately, I think it was bank holiday weekend and we were just coming out of COVID, so there was no response, so I did have to actually walk the whole way in to Ullapool, which was heaving. Lots going on in Ullapool, lots of caravans, campers, people wandering about, but no accommodation. The hotel was open, but anything with mutual shared spaces like B&Bs and like hostels, they were all closed. So had my fish and chips, went to Tesco's, and then bought some new socks, treated myself to a pair of darn Toughs, which worked out really well actually when compared to the Inginges. I'll maybe touch on that on another video. Then easy to pick up, following the instructions, pick up the path out of Ullapool, past the quarry, and then this was really nice. I mean, it was a lot of tarmac, but it was beautiful. Sat down here and had a snack and then just kept going. Now, as I was coming along here, I was getting very much aware that it was unlikely I was going to reach Knockdamph here, and I'd passed a house here and I knew there was another one further on, so I ended up camping round about here, and I'll call this my Silence of the Lambs spot. I think that'll become apparent if you listen to and watch the rest of the video. But day 9, stayed here, and didn't make it to Knockdamph, but I would do that tomorrow. Speak to you later. Well, good morning. So it's the start of day 9. I believe it's a Sunday. Eventually found somewhere to camp last night. Not ideal, the lumpiest place ever. Was having to stuff all sorts in divots to try and flatten it out a bit, but long day, so slept in a little bit. It was cold, and just heading down Coffin Road of all places, down a lovely avenue of trees. I don't know if you can see this, look at that. Ooh, dizzy. And hopefully phone the taxi, it is a Sunday up here, get into Ullapool, refuel, do a little bit of resupply. I could really do with grabbing a shower and stuff like that, so I'm probably going to see if there's anything open, even if it's just using the campsite facilities, and if that's the case, I'll at least stay there for a few hours, if not the whole day, and totally recuperate. But I want to try and get to Knockdamph a day early and stay in the hostel so I can scrub up properly before Julie arrives the next day. Right, signing out, catch you later. Afternoon. Right, so all the B&Bs have got no vacancies up in Ullapool, so it's not quite open for business as usual. Obviously the hostel's closed. Julie's able to tell me that yesterday. So stopped off, had giant fish and chips, a pint, nipped through to Tesco's. Probably spent more time than I should have if I'm going to try and get to the old schoolhouse tonight. That's the Bothy, but it's a beautiful walk out, and it's nice and simple. Oh, how could I forget to tell you that? No answer from the taxi, from I think it's Ewan's taxi that comes out in the book. I just went to answer machine, so, and I never got a call back. So I had to do the 7 and a bit miles hard. And it's right in the book again. Two things. It said last night, really difficult to find anywhere to camp. It was. Today, don't if you've got any choice in the matter. Don't walk along that road. It's too busy and it's too dangerous. But I'm out, and here we are. The road in front of me. That's the only thing, it's tarmac, but hey, it's quick miles. Hello. So it is day 9. Day 9. Right. So Sunday. What's it about? Failing to plan is planning to fail, or as Mike Tyson said, a plan goes out the window as soon as somebody punches you in the face. So it's a bit like one of those kind of days, because I'm still ahead of plan, which is good. But I obviously had to walk the 7+ miles to get into Ullapool, which I wasn't planning for. So I suppose I'll now be able to say I physically did walk every single step. And there's always that thing, I suppose, if you decide to go into Ullapool and grab the taxi. So the taxi didn't happen. So I think Ullapool's just kind of opening. A lot of places said they were only open yesterday as well. I think I've mentioned this already. So it took me a while to get my dinner. It took me a while to get a few provisions, not much, from Tesco's in Ullapool. And then I've started to make a walk out, so I'm still ahead as things are. I was really quite ambitious. I was hoping to get as far as Knockdamph Bothy, and then there's the old schoolhouse if I was really doing well, but that wasn't happening. And I was making really good speed because it's an easy walking compared to what we've been looking at so far. So, and I must have been going a good 4 kilometres an hour. Must have been, because I'm away along this track. So back at 5. Don't like walking after 6. I keep on doing it recently, but it makes such a difference when you don't. I've had time to do a little bit of badminton, so I've stopped. I found a bit by the river. It's lovely. There's in a house maybe a mile to the left of me, and maybe similar on the right hand side. So it was like now or another couple of hours to get past the other house, because even then it gets sparse, so there's not really anywhere on the map that looks as if you'd be able to camp. And this is a lovely little spot, certainly far better than last night. So that's quite enough from me today. Decent mileage, spirits are relatively good. But what it does mean is, because I'm not staying in Ullapool, my planned overnight recharge of everything, electrical, including the 20,000 anchor, hasn't happened. So I'm down to, I think, about 50%, maybe slightly less on that. So that's a bit of a worry in terms of, I should be okay, but it would be nice to continue taking pictures and video clips. And if there's less, maybe you'd be glad there's less. It might be because I've got less battery, but I also packed out a beer, so I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, just a quick one. I know I said I've got to worry about battery, and I've just realised quite how much sun I've caught today, but so no sooner had I really switched off before, and I thought, that sounds like some sort of machinery coming up that road, and lo and behold, I think they were rounding up the lambs. Listen. All I could hear before was all the lambs, so I don't know if they've all been rounded up. I didn't stick my head out, they obviously saw I was here. I was stealthy, but not when they were all round in all the fields, so it's ominously quiet. And they didn't, they obviously didn't shout. Now, if they wanted me to move on, of course would have done, but I'm going to pack everything out, so I'll leave no trace.
But yeah, Silence of the Lambs.